Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. So we meet again, and this time I'm going to talk about the dilemma of a Muslim introvert. Okay, actually, when I was young, I never heard of the term introvert or extrovert, but for all I know, I hate socializing and I feel bad because I hate it. And being a typical Muslim Malay girl, family gatherings are very common. It could be wedding, it could be engagement, it could be tahlil, birthday, whatever, you just name it. But basically, you need to attend all these events which involve crowds, something that I despise. And for many years, I thought there was something wrong with me because I don't like to meet people in large groups. More so if I'm required to talk, I don't really mind going to a place with many people if I'm not expected to socialize, but when it comes to family gatherings, you can't avoid it. You have to converse. And I think wedding is the worst, kenduri kawin. I really hate kenduri kawin because people are so hype and energetic, and it seems so out of place if you are quiet. At least if you go to a funeral, people are solemn. Okay, I'm sorry, this doesn't mean I like funeral because yeah, death is a horrible affair. Okay, I knew about this introvert extrovert things when I started working, and there's a test called Myers-Briggs test. The short form is MBTI. It's a very popular test, I must say. But just recently, I found out that the test is not that reliable. It's some sort of pseudoscience. But to be honest, I think the personality, the result that I got from this test, I think it's accurate, at least for me. And it makes me feels good. It makes me feeling good. And the result that I got from that test has been consistent all these years. I always got INFJ. If you want to know more about this MBTI test, I put the link below. And I also read from another FB psychology related FB page that there's a test called the Big Five, and it is reliable. It focuses on five elements, and introversion, extraversion are part of it. And there's also another fun personality test called DOPE. It is not scientifically backed, but it's interesting because it uses four birds, dove, owl, peacock, and eagle to represent four personality types. I love to use this test, usually during my first class, just to break the ice with the students. Okay, anyway, for both introversion and extroversion, actually there are spectrums. It means that no one is 100% introvert, no one is 100% extrovert, but someone could be inclined towards introversion more and vice versa. And there are also people who are well balanced. So I really envy this kind of person, to be honest. For me, I'm very much towards the introversion sides. I would dare say that I'm at least 80% introvert because I really, really love being alone to the extent that people think I'm sad all the time. But the truth is, the happier I am, the more solitude I need. Okay, basically, we can define extroverts as people who gain energy by meeting people, while the introverts need to recharge themselves by being alone. Just imagine like a battery. At the end of the day, I need to recharge my energy by being alone. So I'm actually okay with socializing if necessary, if required. But at the end of the day, I need to recharge by being alone. So when I was younger, it was harder for me, but now I kind of able to create multiple personalities in order to survive in life. And I really wish actually that more people would empathize and try to understand the struggle and effort of introverts in order to socialize and to interact with people. It's really hard for us introverts to initiate conversation, to join gatherings. So at least please don't force someone to talk when they don't want to talk, other than answering the basic questions, of course. And there's a difference between being smart and being quiet. We should give more space to the quiet ones as long as they are polite and well mannered. Like I said before, introverts are actually okay with meeting in small groups of close friends for a short period of time, because no matter how much we love or we like someone, we still want our private time. I know that extroverts also need their private time sometimes, but for introverts, we need that space more, like most of the times, not just when we are sad. When we are happy, we also want to be alone. It's like the basic essentials. But don't get confused between introversion and social anxiety, because social anxiety is a serious problem. It needs to be handled by the psychiatrist or the psychologist. And people who have social anxiety, they fear social interaction. Unlike the average introvert, we get drained. Our energy got sucked up by human interaction. We can still interact, but it just makes us feel tired easier. But I know there are introverts who have social anxiety, so this is very hard for them. I pray that they will be able to overcome it by seeking professional help. Okay, back to the topic about the dilemma of a Muslim introvert. I must say that being a Muslim, the sole reason I socialize is basically to maintain the hablum minan nas, or the human interaction, human relationship, as part of Islamic teachings. So this is what motivates me and keeps me going when it comes to social interactions, because it's part of the Islamic teaching. Actually, there's a hadith that mentions about the struggle of interacting with people. I could not find the English translation, so in order not to ruin it, the meaning, so I will read the Malay translation of the hadith. Maksudnya, jika seorang Muslim itu bergaul atau berinteraksi sosial dengan orang lain dan bersabar atas gangguan mereka, adalah lebih baik daripada seorang Muslim yang tidak bergaul ataupun tidak berinteraksi sosial dengan orang lain dan tidak bersabar atas gangguan mereka. So basically, it talks about it's better to interact with people, even though it's really hard and you have to be patient when we interact with people. So just imagine that if we obey what Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asks us to do, inshallah, we will be given reward if we do it sincerely. That's the essence of hablum minan nas, or human relationship. I believe that Allah sees our effort, especially for us who need to struggle and need to put more effort to interact with people. Even though there are people who could not understand us, especially the extroverts, but let's just persevere to do this for Allah. Let's just do this for Allah. Okay? So I know this topic is kind of random, but I feel it needs to be talked about. And of course, internet is the best place for introverts to voice out our opinions, because we don't need to interact face to face. And I hope this video gives you some insight and could be beneficial, even if it's just a little. So let's try to understand each other, live in harmony. Thank you for listening and watching. See you in the next video, inshallah. Assalamualaikum.